Hey guys, welcome back. Thank you for tuning in. Tonight, I'm just gonna get a lot off my chest. And right now, I want to start with this question. Do you support lowering standards for black kids? I personally, this should be obvious by now, I do not at all support that or support any form of a removal of rigor for any child, black, white, Asian, any child anywhere. I want to start off with the fact that I come from Africa, and in Africa education is paramount. Education is what was always taken away from us. In South Africa, in 1953, there was the Bantu Education Act that was passed in order to lower education for black individuals. In fact, one of the people who wrote the bill and proposed it suggested that black people, because their status in society was always going to be low, they're always going to be maids, servants, whatever have you, that their education should match their opportunities in life. And so the Bantu Education Act was passed. And guess what? In this type of system, they taught black kids that if you subtract 1 from 0, it's 0. So basically, they couldn't even learn negative numbers because apparently that was too much. If you were black, they wanted you to be dumb. I think about Frederick Douglass and how one of his slave masters hated that he was learning how to read, that he would get ideas and run away. I think about a movie that came out not too long ago, Hidden Figures, about the 3 mathematicians, black ladies who helped us get to space. Katherine Johnson, Dorothy Vaughan, and Mary Jackson. Think about how a lot of us didn't know that black women were at the forefront of mathematical advancement. And think about how many other black mathematicians and inventors that we don't really hear about because it seems as though there's some sort of effort to suppress the intellectual ability of blacks. And now fast forward, we have CRT and every other ideology that springs from it proposing that standards, GPAs, standardized tests should be lowered because people of color are not succeeding. I want to address that. First of all, I think we are operating, if we support that sort of thing, we are operating just like the person who passed the Bantu Education Act, in that we're supporting people who fundamentally think that blacks are closer to primates and therefore it's impossible for us to even comprehend complex ideas and mathematical equations. So I, for one, do not believe for a second that we are inherently incapable of learning. 2, when you remove rigor, when you remove intellectual rigor, you are making someone susceptible to so much deception and taking away one of their fundamental rights, which is education. And the fact that this is a lowering for all people across the board, once you decrease adversity, so people will think that they can go through life with less skill, less knowledge, and just because school said it's okay to pass with whatever grade you want to pass with, life's gonna be fine and easy because physics will just somehow accommodate you. No, we live in a physical, real world, and physics is not going to bend and buckle for someone who went through school with lower standards. We live in a world where we have gravity, we have space and time, and we need to learn to operate within this existence. So when you have someone who doesn't have the adequate tools and knowledge and hasn't kept up with science and the times and mathematics, they're unable and they're a little bit set back to operate within our physical reality. To me, that's what I understand education and specifically the STEM fields to be. And so I want to encourage anyone who's out there. Think about push-ups. Why do we do push-ups? Why do we encourage people to put their physical bodies through pain? It's to get stronger. And we tell people to do that because we actually believe that they have the potential to get stronger. If we were to advise someone not to do that, it's because we think that it would break them. I honestly think that we need to realize that adversity is the only way in this world that we can grow. It's not just that we get a certificate and we're able to survive, we're able to thrive. It's that we need to understand how to succeed within this physical reality, whether that means learning agriculture and really learning how to create civilization from the ground up. And so my heart really just breaks that we have given up on Black students. We need to do more to encourage, challenge. We need to do more to inspire Black youth to believe that no field is out of reach. I believe that anything that you want to do, you can do, regardless of the white man, regardless of racist history, regardless of whatever barriers and limitations are before you. If Frederick Douglass could do what he did in the time that he did it, how much more can we? And I also want to speak to Black culture in that there is a stigma against being white for wanting to be educated, for wanting to learn certain complex fields. We need to get over that whole like, oh, you're white because you're a nerd, or you're white because you're into reading books. Like, as long as that is something we declare as our culture, that we say that it is in our nature to kind of not want to be smart, I think that is internalized racism, if I am completely frank. And I think we need to let go of that whole thing. Operating within a physical reality is a human thing. We should all be equipped to the best of our abilities to do the best that we can in this world and on this earth. If you have any questions that you're looking for answers for, leave it in the comments below and let me know, do you support lowering the standards for people of color and Black youth? And if you do, let me know your reason why. If you do, I don't know, son. I really don't know. If you have anything else to add to this conversation, please leave a comment below. Don't forget to like this video. Subscribe. There's more on the way. Love you guys, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.